Aloha, guys. Hope this message is finding you well and in good health. Um, this is, it's been a while since I've done my last interview um, with friends, and no excuses. But I had a few people that I had scheduled that just were busy with their daily lives and responsibilities, and so we had to move it back. And also with the in respect to what's going on in the world, I know it's been tough to talk about other issues and happenings going on. So I figured I'd go ahead and do this solo. This last week, actually these past couple months have just been a roller coaster ride, starting with the coronavirus and all the protocol that we had to take, precautions with the social distancing, the self-quarantine, the stay-at-home orders by the federal and state and city government. It's like we all had to sacrifice and give up our lives, and and it's just now, we're just now kind of starting to get back to some of the things that we were used to doing prior to. For some it's work, and for others it's a new start. And then right as that happens, this whole incident with the murder of George Floyd happened. That just pushed everybody over the top because of all the unnecessary killings of black people due to racism and fear, which leads to, I guess, what I wanted to talk about, or what's been on my mind. It's been, 10 days, almost 2 weeks since the protests started, around the country and around the world. And, it's like you can't help but be bombarded with it. It's like everywhere you go, people are talking about it. And when you turn on the TV, it's on there. And when you get onto your social media, it's all over the place. And it's gone from the murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery to all these other issues now, with just social injustice, people not being happy with the government. All these other movements are starting to kind of come into the picture now, and I feel I don't know, just feel pressure, I guess, to do something and be responsible as a business owner and as a human being. The way that I've gone about it is just by being myself and just trying to be good to everybody. But like I said, when you're on your social media, there's this pressure uh, that you see, from people. It's like, hey, if you aren't saying anything and if you're not doing anything, um, then you're against us, meaning you're against that movement, which I don't believe that's true. Um, if you're always a good person, um, trying to be your best self, and trying to be a good person, um, I think that's what matters the most. Be good to other people. Um, but I have gone back and I spent parts of yesterday kind of educating myself to all these different movements and reading up a little bit more on the injustices. It's just like overwhelming. There's just layers and layers and layers. But, like I said, let's not forget why it all happened, all this came about in the first place. And that's because of, the unjust murder of George Floyd, which I talked about before. Um, so what am I going to do about it? Like I said, just educate myself. Trying to figure out how I can support. The only thing I have is my time and myself. Like I said, better myself and to give my time. Financially, don't really have the means to do so. So my time has always been more valuable anyways. So if any of you guys have suggestions on how I can be of service, I know that there was all these peaceful protests that are going on, which I admire all the people that have been out there. It's been incredible. I myself haven't done it, and it's just because this whole COVID-19 thing is still going around, and I have to not only protect myself but protect Roxana, and I feel that there's a better way, maybe through talking about it like this. But like I said, any suggestions from you guys on how I can, contribute to and make the world a better place and make it easier and more enjoyable for everybody to go about their lives, then please comment. I said right now I'm just trying to work on myself and not being selfish, but just if I work on myself, I feel that I'm bringing my best self to the table for all of you guys. Yeah, I figure I just put myself out there. Everybody's typing things in on what should be done and cutting and pasting and whatnot, and it's like that's all good and well, but I just feel it's temporary. You know what I mean? Like this has to be a movement that stands the test of time. That's always going to have to be fought for, not just for today or tomorrow or this week or next month or this year. It's going to always be an ongoing movement, and it's going to take conviction for the rest of our lives, which is, like I said, it makes it difficult, because could I honestly say that I'll be posting things for the rest of my life in regards to advocating for Black Lives Matter? I don't think so. I don't think I could honestly say that, and it's not because I don't believe in it. but I know that I could be a good person, and then I know treat African Americans equally. Um, you know, for the rest of my life. That's something that I can do. Um, and the only reason why I say that is because there's so many other movements and there's so many other things going on, and um, you know, there's a lot of different injustices. Um, but like I said, I can just be a good person to my fellow African American brothers and sisters, and if I can be of service, like I said, and contribute my time, then I am more than willing and able to. So please, if anybody out there is listening, has suggestions, especially any of my African American friends, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm gonna try to do these talks with you guys as often as possible. Like I said, I want to do my interviews with all my friends and the people that inspire me, but you know, I understand that everybody's time is limited right now, and everybody's going back to work now. So, and if anybody wants to talk story, hit me up and we'll chat. We can do an interview. Anyways, hope you guys have the great rest of your Friday, otherwise known as Aloha Friday, and for us at Shakas and Alohas, Pauhana Friday. And to all you guys out there fighting the good fight for whatever it is that you're fighting for, keep on keeping on, be safe, and be good to one another, and we'll catch up with you guys later. All right, aloha.